Yo, yo,
What up? What up? What up?
how y'all doing? How y'all
What's going
doing? How
on?
y'all doing? All right, if you can't tell, we in different locations. Y'all know how technology be,
We are.
so just bear with us, right? Let's see if we can get this first part right. This is GNC Sports Talk, where we do it
For the culture.
by the culture.
Because we are the culture. You did?
Number one sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. This gonna be real hard.
Nah, we good. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
All right. Well, if this is your first time joining us, I am Gary. That is the G. That's Cary, the C. Together we are GNC Sports Talk, your favorite twin duo, which is I think a double entendre, whatever.
Right.
And we do our best to provide you laughs, sports commentary, and just give you our heart as we can every week. Want to make sure we do these couple of things right here. New subscriber, or if you are a repeat offender, you locked in with us. Or if you're a replay viewer, we want to make sure we extend our hand to you, let you know that we love you already. We can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks.
Also, regardless of whether you're a repeat offender, new subscriber, or a replay viewer, do this. That's right. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We love you already. And before I continue talking, let's make sure we're on the same accord. How you doing, good brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. It's tournament time. One of my favorite times of the year. I'm loving it. NBA playoffs about to kick off, and most importantly, the NCAA about to kick. The NCAA tournament about to kick off. Men's and women's. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about it. This is going to be a great episode. Another great episode.
I couldn't have said
Dedicated
it
to the
better.
fan.
I could not have said it better myself. Before we get going on everything that we had to cover for you, so little insight. We'll be covering the last of the NFL free agency. Next thing that we'll probably be talking about is the draft. That's for later on
Okay.
in episodes. That's not now. That's just later on. But we'll wrap up whatever happened with the NFL free agency, give you a few insights on what we think is going on and what's going to happen going into the 2025 season. We also got, like my compadre said, March Madness is approaching. Fast approaching, as in Thursday, it is approaching. The tournament begins. The rounds of 64 will kick off, and you are in for fun-filled action. And before we get to our favorite segments, y'all, we got to talk about some NBA.
Yes, sir.
All right. Real quick to the comments. Number one sports podcast for the black and gold. That is for all the black and gold. Faraday, Gremlin.
Saints.
Yeah.
Got some news on that. Got some news on that later. You know, it might be some good news to us. Who knows? Go ahead.
Not good news. It's terrible news.
Yeah.
It's terrible news.
We'll see, man.
It's terrible news. Good evening, repeat offenders. Thank you to our lovely cousin. That first comment was from our lovely mother. Thank you so much, cousin.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for locking in and being a repeat offender. Back again for another week. Who is that, Cary?
That's Black Raiden.
Black Raiden. What's up, our brother? We love it. We appreciate it. And a fan favorite, or at least that's what we're going to call her. What up, Chelsea? What up, little sis? How you doing?
Chelsea? Reporting live from the H-Town.
Don't give out the girl location.
I ain't say what part of H-Town, but hey.
And it is big. It is big. Yes, we are getting ready to get kicked off. Is one more thing that we want to do. You want to take a stab at it?
For everybody out there, we want to know what y'all listening to out there. So if you don't mind, put an M right next to your music picks, and we're going to shout them out later on, of course, with you all. And of course, hold on. By the way, I want to say, and I say this every week, I got some great picks for everybody out there. I have some great picks. I just want
Okay.
everybody to know. I want everybody. This time I'm taking it back, but not that much back, but back to our time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Way back.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we here at GNC Sports Love Music. We want to make sure we tune in and figure out what you guys are listening to so we can go ahead and make sure we share that to the end of every episode like we always do. Because we love music here, whether it's rap, country, hip hop. Yes, it's the difference between rap and hip hop. R&B, jazz, indie, house music, dance music, like my brother pointed out last week. We want to make sure we know what you listen to. Put an M next to the artist, song, album. We will highlight that at our very last segment at the end of this episode, like we do every other episode.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now for that, now that we are done with that, right?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get into the first thing. Judge my
Let's talk
spelling all
about it,
you want
man.
to. Judge my spelling all you want to. All right. What we have here, NFL free agency. It's a wild ride. Things are still left to unfold. But the most daunting thing that I believe that we have seen thus far, a domino that we never thought would fall. The Cincinnati Bengals are not cheap. They paid both receivers and
They
Joe
paid.
Burrow, their quarterback. Like, what do you think about what happened? Are you shocked?
Yeah, I'm very shocked. I thought T. Higgins was going to be on his way out, man. I can't lie. When I first saw the reports out, when it came out, was it Sunday? If I'm not mistaken, either Sunday or yesterday. That T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both got paid. Jamar Chase being probably the highest paid wide receiver probably in NFL history. Man, especially with him and T. Higgins getting paid. Yeah, hey, good news for the offense, but guess what, Gary? A
What's that?
defense suffers again. Y'all can score all the points, but if you can't get no stops, then y'all just gonna be above a little bit. And when I say a little bit above average team that's gonna be vying to get in the playoffs. And when you get in the playoffs, you ain't gonna do too much. You ain't gonna get back where you was a few years ago when you went to the Super Bowl. So congratulations on both of those guys getting paid. But hey, man, everybody else got to eat, and defense, as we saw with the Philadelphia Eagles, defense wins championships, and defense they don't have. Offense is pretty good.
Yeah, when I think about what happened with the Cincinnati Bengals, the thing that shocked me was one that they paid their wide receivers. The Cincinnati Bengals are not known for paying anybody. So they paid their quarterback, they paid arguably one of the best receivers, and they paid arguably the second compliment to what one of the best receivers in the league. So your A and your B have gotten paid, or your 1A and 1B got paid. They paid them a boatload of money. I'm giving you numbers on top of my head that are close but not accurate, so don't quote me on it.
Okay.
About 70% of their cap is filled with these three players for their team. And they are talking about their star defensive lineman, Trey Hendrickson, going out the door possibly because we're not sure they're able to pay them. If they pay him and he gets his money, that is 4 players locked up with your cap that are not going to be able to sit up there and have any flexibility. And we know that the defense had the potential to be something special because 2 years ago they were, and last year they were not. Things happen. I believe they lost some talent. They also maybe don't have the right scheme anymore, but it's very daunting what's about to be. So somebody made the analogy, well, if the team can stop the other team from scoring 35 points, then they'll win every game. Well, the issue with that is the Cincinnati Bengals, the first 4 games are a wash. You looking at being 1-3 or 2-2 before it's all said and done. So that's your first 4 games. The next games
Right.
you fight an uphill battle, and you're not in an easy division where Cleveland, who is always a sneaky opponent, the Baltimore Ravens, who have ran the NFC North, I'm sorry, AFC North for the most part, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers, who nobody understands, but somehow manages to get into the playoffs every year too.
And got DK Metcalf
And they had,
along with Pickens.
along with Pickens, DK Metcalf, the quarterback situation is still undetermined as of right now. It looks like they're leaning towards Aaron Rodgers, but that defense is undeniable.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
no idea I want to applaud the Cincinnati Bengals, and at the same time, I would like to give them the proverbial gentleman slap because I have no idea what they're about to do on the other
Yeah, I
side
don't
of the
either.
ball.
Yeah, I don't either, man. Like we both had said, and we both had stated this a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about free agency. All right, you can pay Jamar Chase. All right, cool. You can pay T Higgins. All right, cool. But what players you gonna get on defense? Because they ain't cheap.
Nah,
They
they're
not
not.
cheap. The defensive players here, Henderson. Y'all need Henderson. Y'all need
Yeah,
somebody on the line that can get pressure on the quarterback. Y'all need another. Y'all need somebody, another star on that D line. Y'all need another DB, shutdown DB. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't have that at the moment. And of course, I don't know what their rank was last season in regards to defense, but it wasn't good because people
it
were
was
putting
not
up
good.
points on them.
It was not
We could have
good.
probably put up points on them.
Hey, put me on that madness. It's whatever.
Hey, what up? What's up with it? What's up with it?
Yeah, it was very daunting, very crazy, very sad. What happened with that defense, with as good as that offense was, you had a receiver win the triple crown, meaning they had the most receiving yards, touchdowns, and yards. Sorry, I drew a blank. Yeah,
Receiving yards,
receptions,
touchdown.
yards, and touchdowns. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the triple crown. And Joe Burrow, honestly, if they would have made it to the playoffs, possibly would have been an MVP.
probably would have, possibly could have.
Yeah.
Even
So
with the record that they had.
even with the record, if they would have made it to the playoffs, I wouldn't have been mad if they gave the MVP. But here we
Me neither.
sit.
Man, look here, I wouldn't have been mad either.
Here we
You
sit.
can't be mad. Yeah, you can't be
Nah,
mad at that.
not at all.
But
Here we
on the other free agency, Aaron Rodgers. What do you think? The verdict is still out on him in Pittsburgh. I saw one of Pittsburgh's players had said, and I'm gonna paraphrase it, but he had said either you a Steeler or you not. So that means you stop playing the field, or you all in, or you not. And I was just going to ask you what you think about that.
yeah, he had never been a Steeler before, if my memory serves me correct. So he's not a Steeler. Like you saying that, like you got a gun to my man head saying, hey, you a Steeler? No? All right, then. Like,
Man,
what
I'm
is
just
your
saying, man.
what is your false threat? At the end of the day, he has all the cards in his hand, even with
Yeah.
him being up in age and 40 plus years and not having the best season, not known for what we know for Aaron Rodgers. And at the end of the day, there are multiple teams, I believe 3 at least that I've heard, that are interested in him. And at the end of the day, because he holds all the cards, homie gonna take his 4 sweet time. Now, I do think it's very unfortunate what's going on with Russ because he's got a bad rep. If you ask me, Russ and Aaron Rodgers had the same season. It's just Russ won last year because they had a better defense. And they
All I
poured
did was
out
just
different
go to the
things.
playoffs.
You said what?
All they
You said
did was
what?
just go to the playoffs.
Hey, and you went with Russ. I mean, that was with them being hurt too. So I'm not sure why they keep waiting on him, and I'm not sure what they think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do for them. But your ceilings is first round exit right now. Aaron Rodgers is not gonna put you over the hump.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to me. I mean, honestly, go with Russ if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, and look, Russ don't create none of them problems either. If you
He
get where I'm
doesn't.
coming from, you don't create none of those problems.
He gonna come up with some sayings for you though.
Yeah,
Real
man.
quick, let me get to the comments real quick. We got a few. Hold on. Here we go. Hi guys.
What
Hi
up,
Sade.
Sade?
And what's up, Spencer? What the deal is?
What's up? What's up?
Long overdue for a combo, my brother. Long overdue for a combo. So
Hey,
we'll chop it
I
up
gotta
real
get on the
soon.
phone with him too.
Yeah, we'll chop it up real soon. In terms of free agency, to me, everything is falling where it is. I know I promised the episode last week, it'll come out this week.
Yeah.
In terms of some of the moves and some things that did or did not happen. The last thing I ask you before we leave off this topic, I'll let you do it. It may be easy for you. Who are some of who are 2 winners from this free agency that you have seen thus far?
I think I want to say the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, them getting a solid running back, Najee Harris from Pittsburgh. I think that may be a sneaky move right there. So I think they won on that front. And I'll probably say no, I can't say Cincinnati because they just we were just
No,
going to
you
go
can
with
say
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. You can say
Cincinnati, since they paid them and they retained them. So the good thing, like I said, with Cincinnati, their offense is still they still gonna be a high powered offense. But at the same time, offense is good. Offense can win you. They can win you games, but in order to take that next level, you need to get some defense. So that's why I'm standing at the moment right now. At the moment right now, my mind may change tomorrow. My mind
no, for
may
sure.
change a week from now, but for now, since Cincinnati handled their business with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, for the moment right now, they won that. They won that as well.
Yeah. For me, the two losers, and I just do two. The two losers would be the Dallas Cowboys, because much like the cloud, the space that everybody talks about, it goes to the cloud or whatever. Much like the cloud, nobody understands what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's no big moves being made. They haven't signed Michael Parsons. The moves that they have made are very questionable. It doesn't look good. And to say that they are in this division where there used to be a Kane, yes, I said Kane, not King, Kane. The Philadelphia Eagles still look to be number one, and the Washington Commanders are 1B. And I'm putting them 1B, not 2. They're 1B because if they have any stimulus of what they did last year, they are an automatic contender. So
Yep.
the Dallas Cowboys are definitely a loser. And I'll go ahead and say this, and it may baffle people, but it is what it is to me. The other loser to me, and it's just because everything's undefined, the Indianapolis Colts are losers right now.
Oh,
the Indianapolis Colts are losers because what they have done is make a situation what was a head scratcher a bigger head scratcher now. Because you went and got Daniel Jones, and if anybody, for the love of God, say Daniel Jones is good, I need you to go get your head checked by a trauma specialist right now. Daniel Jones was not good in New York. He was only good because of Saquon Barkley. They have tools there in Indianapolis. I'm not saying Anthony Richardson has been a model citizen, but I would rather fail with somebody young versus somebody who's a little bit older. And I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be the Kirk Cousins effect. He might come off real strong and real fast, but it's gonna fail, baby, like it always does. And I'll go ahead and say that this is a bonus. Another loser, and it's only because this is our team, is the Saints. I have no idea what they're doing. And I know I know you're gonna tell me some signings that they did or whatever, but they're losers in the free agency because I have no idea what they're doing besides digging us in a deeper hole. We're keeping Derek Carr. We signed Chase Young and left a lot of money on the table. We signed Justin Reed. We got a problem with signing people would seem like after they prime to massive deals that don't make sense. We signed Dante Pettis again. I have nothing against Dante. Dante ain't Raheem Shaheed. He not Chris Olave. We still got receivers that can't separate. And we got to use vehicle at quarterback. I'm done.
All right. So speaking of the Saints, I want to let you know. I was watching ESPN today. Mel Kiper news came in today. Breaking news: we may have our next quarterback for the future. That's coming. Where did Archie Manning go to college, Gary?
Texas.
Not Archie Manning. Lord have mercy. Not Archie Manning. The Peyton Manning dad, Pops. Back in the day. Huh?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. We may get the dark kid out of Ole Miss.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. We may get him at number 9. We need somebody for the future. I was watching.
We get him in the first round.
Hey man, look, he been climbing up. He been climbing up the charts. So
That's crazy. First
we,
round is crazy.
I mean, if he's there, we need to take him. And also, you want to know another thing? Since if we do draft him, that'll be the first quarterback we done drafted since the Manning, the OG Manning, back
Oh, in
in
the first round.
1970.
In the
Yeah, in
first
the first
round.
round, which is that's the longest drive in NFL history. That we ain't drafted a quarterback. That's crazy.
So this is another reason why I say we look like losers. We've drafted quarterbacks 2 out of the last 3 or 4 drafts late. And I have nothing against the kid from Fresno, Jake Hayner, I believe that's how you say his name. And then we have Spencer Rattler that we drafted last year.
Last
Right?
year.
I have nothing against neither one of them. I don't even have animosity against Carr, if you want to be honest. My biggest thing that I have issue with is we don't have a development system. So why did we go get these quarterbacks? Right?
Mm-hmm.
We are keeping Derek Carr, which is further hindering these so-say quarterbacks because Jake Hayner is a 3-year, he's been 3 years in the league now. Spencer Rattler will be 2. And we got Derek Carr, who does not stay healthy. And when he is healthy, is not that good for most of the time, unless we have short passing game going, right? Mm-hmm. And he throws up prayers and miracles. I don't know what we're doing, right? I don't understand what we're doing. And if we get Jackson Dart, my whole thing is now that is 4 quarterbacks, dog.
I agree. And it's with Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore want to start. He want to start off clean slate. So I think that's the reason that we may draft him, and hopefully we do draft him because the boy can ball. He can play. He can play, but but it's with the new head coach. I think he want to start with a clean slate, and he want to draft the person, the quarterbacks, or whatever position that we need to get us started on the right direction because he's seen what Philadelphia did. He's fresh off a championship, and I believe he could bring some kind of that he could bring that championship pedigree down to the Saints.
I don't have an issue with him doing it. I understand why he's doing it, but thank you for saying that too, because that does make sense. My whole thing is, and it hurts to say this, let go of a quarterback. At least one.
Yeah, they gonna have to. I agree. They're gonna have to.
Like, whether or not he falls to us, I need to know who do you hedge your bets on that are there. If it's Jake Hayner, I hate to lose it, Spencer Rattler gotta go. If it's Spencer Rattler, Jake, you gotta go.
I agree.
I think let go of Jake, keep Spencer. I see more value in it, but at the same time, brother, we got to figure out what's going on. But anyway, we got to put a pin in it. That's enough on the Saints before we get animated and we dedicate a whole hour to it. And we can't do it. We got other things.
But I know I also added on.
Let me get to the comments. You
go ahead.
See, know why it's better doing it in person. I haven't heard any news about the Vikings. How are they looking? That is a great question.
JJ McCarthy.
So the Vikings right now look as though they're going to lean towards going with their rookie JJ McCarthy from the University of Michigan, who was hurt last year. What Minnesota is betting and going with is saying this: hey, we think this guy is going to be it. We got a dynamic offense. We got a pretty good defense with our defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. Yes, I was going to name drop him. And we think that he should be good enough to throw to the best receiver in the league. And so the Minnesota Vikings are going with JJ McCarthy, which fine. I'm happy they made the decision and they didn't let this drag on. Sam Darnold, their quarterback for last year who emerged and came to life, is now with the Seattle Seahawks, but the Seattle Seahawks do not look the same on offense anymore. We'll see what they do in the draft. But it looks like the Minnesota Vikings are going to roll with JJ McCarthy. Good luck to y'all. Good luck. I'm not sure. Good luck. It was a rumor that Kirk Cousins is going to be going to Minnesota. That is not true as of yet because the Atlanta Falcons are still holding on to him. Yeah, Spencer, that was a dig at you.
Man, look, it is what it is, man. Look, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how good JJ is. Go ahead.
We're gonna see. No, you good. Happy Tuesday, good people. What up, Tanya? What up? How you doing? Good evening, G.R. Houston Jack.
Gee,
You got to say it all the way through. G.R. Houston Jack.
Jack.
Oh, you got to say it just
G.R.
like
Houston Jack.
you got to say it just like that. And that's a hey to Tanya. Yes, let's get into the next thing that we want to talk about. We can dive in, not too deep, because I see you got a topic on here, right? We got to
Yep.
talk about March Madness. So, real quick, any NBA updates that we need to know regarding some things that we got to pay attention to, some things we don't. I can start with this. I can start with this real quick. OKC is for real. SGA, what's up?
All right. Cleveland, y'all took a loss to the Orlando Magic Sunday. I mean, y'all got Paolo mad. Hey, the Magic, they 5 had a good game. Well, I'm sorry, they 4 had a good game. Of course, Paolo Banchero, he doing what Paolo Banchero does. Anthony Black he low key emerging. They had a nice little game on Sunday. It was good. I enjoyed it. Let's see, Golden State lost to Denver Nuggets last night. Like I said, the NBA playoffs are getting ready to rev up, and if you looking right now, it was a good test to see how good the Golden State Warriors are. And last night, if that was any indication, they not ready, man. They not ready. They had Jim Butler pool. They not ready. The reason I'm saying that, last night they lost at home to the Denver Nuggets without Jamal Murray and without Nikola Jokic. That's all that needs to be said on that.
Yeah, so I want to make sure I stop you right there. And the reason why I was shaking my head is this. Jimmy Butler finding his joy again. His words, not mine. Jimmy Butler finding his joy in Golden State and being what he is. I watched a video this morning, some random YouTuber. I can't even remember what it was, but it was talking about the Jimmy Butler effect in the sense how the NBA game is based off of analytics and stats. And if you do this number, you beat this number, that means you should win. Jimmy Butler goes past all of that. Jimmy Butler is something that we like, which is a lost form of mid-range specialist. Him, SGA, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. These type of players are mid-range specialists, things that we don't see as often because everybody either shoots a 3 or drives to the goal. Nobody can really shoot that 15, 18-footer as consistent as it used to be. That's what the NBA used to be. Jimmy Butler getting there with them. I believe the number was crazy. As of last week, he was like 14-1 or 14-2 since he had been there. Jimmy Butler makes that big of a difference. Now, the reason why I don't overreact like I do in football to basketball is simply this. Golden State declined up their ranks a whole lot better than what they were before Jimmy got there. And it means something that they were able to stack up and see what it was. I'm not counting a Jimmy Butler team out if they make it to the playoffs. Because just like I didn't know, he didn't wield his team way further. I'm sorry, teams in the past, way further than what they should have done. Miami went to the finals a couple of times. He had Minnesota looking good before Minnesota became what they were. Philadelphia was looking good before they became what they were. This was during the process, for crying out loud, arguably their best years. And then he had the Chicago Bulls looking a certain way, more relevant to what they've been looking ever since Derrick Rose. And of course, since the Bulls were dominant then, Jimmy Butler was a part of when they looked to be better than what they definitely are right now. I understand that they lost and Denver is a beast all in their right, but I'm not counting Golden State out. Steph Curry get that 3 fire and he get his rest. Jimmy Butler do what he do. Draymond just make a couple baskets. Who knows? Because Golden State is still trying to build as they're like having their players exit out too, which is a unique situation. I'm gonna say that's a team that not many people want to see in the 7-game series.
No, man. That part I do agree with you. Everything gets better. Every possession matters during the playoffs, and if Golden State play the slow pace instead of the run and gun offense, then I think they're gonna have a chance because Jimmy Butler. The one thing we have seen that he can do better than a lot of players, he has that will to slow down the game, get to the free throw line. If the defense is solid, then they're gonna have a chance. So I agree with you on that. But like I said yesterday, if it was any indication, because I check these games out, I look at them through a microscope, and like I said, they don't. I mean, if you losing to the Nuggets without they two best players, and y'all have all y'all players on there, y'all two best players, then it is what it is on that note. But hey, it is what it is, man.
All right, let me get into a couple more comments real quick. This is from GR Houston Jack. What up, guys? How you doing
What up?
there? How you doing there, lady? This is from Spencer. We are trying to get a package deal for Kurt and Pitts. 2 pieces for the price of one. I don't think nobody want that second. We didn't talk about it before. I don't know if anybody want Pitts, man. I'm just saying.
Man, look, look. Pitts go to the right team. Pitts gonna show out. He go to the right team. He gonna show out.
Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. I love seeing this happy Jimmy B. I do too. I'm so happy that he wanted to go and pick where he wanted to go, and Golden State was one of his things. Man, I think anybody likes playing with Steph. That's one of the main reasons why they go. Anybody likes playing with Steph, and no lie, is low key fun. Instead of you being on the opposite end trying to chase him, you can just look.
You can just look and look. He get double teams. You get an open shot. You open lane. Who knows, man?
Yeah. Real quick, if you want to indulge it for a second, we're not too far behind, but we're a little behind. So do you want to do March Madness right now? Or do you want to wait till the end?
Well, we can do. Let's wait till the end.
Wait till the end. All right. Okay. So while I get everything ready, you ready to get into the segments?
Yep. Yes, sir. My bad.
No, you good. All right. So here we go with the segments.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So what we have what we call flag on the play, and flag on the play is when me and Gary see anything egregious. We see players, athletes, male, female, coaches, male or female, say anything egregious. It's our job as sports enthusiasts to call these people out. So with no further ado, flag on the play.
Dang,
thank you. All right. So we getting a little bit tournament talk right now. Flag on the play goes to everybody that is outraged, fake outrage, that our team, North Carolina Tar Heels, gotten into the tournament. You know what I got to say to y'all? Oh, well. This is for everybody, and I mean everybody had something bad to say about the North Carolina Tar Heels getting to the tournament. Hey, y'all wanted West Virginia to get in. The governor of West Virginia wasting his time, wasting his effort, wasting his heart, speaking about West Virginia should have made a tournament. I bet none of y'all could not name now 5. As a matter of fact, not even 5, 3 players on West Virginia roster. I bet y'all couldn't even name the head coach of West Virginia roster. They didn't get it. Oh well. We got in the tournament. Y'all acting like the Tar Heels getting in like they was like they was a number 1 seed or something. Bro, they was the last 4 in the tournament. Gary, me and you talked about this since it happened on Sunday.
Didn't think they was gonna make it. We did not think they was gonna make it.
I didn't think we was gonna make it, but hey, they made it. Congratulations. Now, what they do, they have to play tonight. They play against San Diego State. If they win, they gotta play against Ole Miss. If they can win against Ole Miss, cool. If they win tonight and against Ole Miss, job well done. If they don't, guess what? They are 14 seed, 15 seed, 16 seed. They weren't going to get far anyway. No, can you name me a last 13, 14 seed that made it to the Sweet 16, that made it to the Elite 8, that made it to the Final Four, and made it to the championship game? Not a lot. The last one probably St. Peter's or something like that happened.
St. Peter's was a 15 seed 2 or 3 years ago.
15 seed. All right, that was the last one. Before then, you don't know. And that anyway, dog. It just all right. We in. Gary, I guarantee you, West Virginia won't get that far. If we don't get that far, if we don't get that far, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
y'all over that choir one wins. No, bruh, the name got it. It don't matter. They won enough games. They did what they had to do. They won. West Virginia didn't even they made it today. They made it to the Big Ten tournament and got knocked out in the first round. At least we was 2 games. At least we was one game away from making it to the championship game if we would have won against Duke. But it is what it is. Dog, like, y'all stop crying, bro. Like, y'all, hey, North Carolina got in. Oh well. Nobody can name me not one player on West Virginia team besides the people in West Virginia. It like, bro, like them niggas. I'm sorry, they weren't gonna make it far anyway. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Here go your flag right here. Oh man, this dude right here. All right, my flag on the play is similar to yours, but it goes to the women's side. My flag on the play simply goes like this: how dare the committee get this wrong? And this is not fake outcry. The South Carolina Gamecocks did not get the #1 overall seed. Why? Because they lost to people that nobody else wanted to play. They went and played top teams all over the country when they did not have to. Why? Because they wanted to strengthen the schedule. They wanted to test themselves. They wanted to really see where they were. And how did they fare in these games that they played that not many other teams tried to do? Well, with one of the toughest schedules in the country, they were only 14-3 or 16-3. They won a lot of games. I think it was 16-3. They won a lot of games and lost a few. And they were penalized for losing these few games, even though they had arguably the toughest schedule out of all of the other top seeds. I understand you're asking, why is this a big deal? This is a big deal because Dawn Staley said it herself. If we are going to be penalized for having a tough schedule, playing 9 conference games, and going through our grueling conference where we are the hunted, then we will never do this again. There's no way that South Carolina shouldn't have had the #1 overall seed. They gave it to UCLA, arguably not the right decision. UCLA didn't have a daunting schedule. They got better, but I don't think UCLA is better than South Carolina. They definitely didn't have the better schedule, the harder schedule. So yes, my flag on the play goes to the committee for the Women's March Madness Selection Committee. You got it wrong, and I have no problem saying it. Flag on the play.
All right. I'm play devil's advocate. You said that UCLA wasn't better. I disagree with that. When UCLA played South Carolina, UCLA beat the brakes off South Carolina. So UCLA, I believe, is a better team than South Carolina. But do I think UCLA may have deserved the I guess the #1 overall seed? I think they only lost maybe 2 games this season to USC. South Carolina lost 3 games. I would say UCLA probably deserved it. I had to check out the schedule. I had to check out the records. Yeah, I agree. But I agree with what you had said. They did. I don't think UCLA played a harder schedule than South Carolina, which it means a lot. And those 3 losses that I believe South Carolina may have had was one, I know, UCLA, and then the other 2. UConn.
Yeah, and I forgot the other one, but my whole thing is this: we talking about losses, right? Look at who they won against. They didn't just play their conference, which is tough. They went and played. They went to a UCLA, right? They went to a USC. They went to a UConn. You know what I'm saying? They played those games, and although that's why I say losses technically don't mean certain things if it's not the same thing. If UCLA had the same schedule as South Carolina. And let's keep it a buck, right? We both paid attention a lot more, to women's college basketball this year. Hey, UCLA didn't know who they was at the beginning of the year, so they would have lost some of them games that South Carolina wound up winning, or they possibly could have. We'll never know because they didn't put themselves in that situation. Yeah, UCLA may have beaten the brakes off of South Carolina, but South Carolina should have enough credit and enough they should have had enough cojones to say, you know what? When I look at this, like, because we know the top 25, it goes in and out, right? Man, South Carolina played everybody in the top 25 thing this year. How many
Right?
teams
Yeah,
did
yeah, they
UCLA
did.
play?
They did.
You know what I'm saying? How many did UCLA play?
Yeah.
And that's all that thing. What, TCU got a number 1 overall seed, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, but I'm saying let's look at South Carolina's schedule versus everybody else's schedule. Yeah, they might have had 3 losses, but who were the wins against though?
You're right. And they
That's
only
my
had 3
whole
losses,
thing.
we're saying a lot.
That only 3.
The only 3.
They intentionally went in saying we probably gonna have 3. So that's my whole thing. At the end of the day, it's like they got 3, but they knew they was gonna lose it, but they went and played everybody that was top tier in this country this year.
Yeah.
All I can say is that Dawn said it herself, so it's a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah.
If they don't win the championship, then hey, the committee was right. But if they win the championship,
Hey, it is what it is, man.
all right, you ready to get to the next one?
Yes, sir. All right. So we have When Life Comes at You Fast. And pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you get on that plane, on that helicopter, and you have your parachute with you, and you're on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, cloud 15, and you jump off that helicopter or that plane, and you jump off and that parachute don't work. This is what happens. All right, this goes to one of the greats in NBA history. This goes to one of the most dominant forces in NBA history. This goes to what he preferred as himself, Superman, aka the Diesel. And I am talking about Shaquille O'Neal. The reason he's getting When Life Comes at You Fast is because if you paid attention last week on the Crew NBA on TNT, he had a few things to say about the Detroit Pistons, but it wasn't necessarily. Well, it was the Pistons, but he got the name wrong. Now, I know a lot of people don't know the name of head coaches, which is perfectly fine. You should know the name of one of the head coaches that has turned the franchise around from last year to this year. Should be a candidate for Coach of the Year as well. And that is J.B. Bickerstaff, the head coach for the Detroit Pistons. I know a lot of people asking why I'm saying that name. Well, Shaquille O'Neal last week on national television said Chauncey Billups has the Pistons going in the right direction. And he kept talking until Candace Parker, WNBA legend, Hall of Famer, well, she'll be Hall of Famer, stated that I can't let this go on no further. Who is the head coach of the Detroit Pistons? Shaq had said Chauncey Billups. And Candace Parker has Candace Parker said, is JB Bickerstaff Shaq? And you know what Shaq rebuttal to her was?
What?
Well, I don't pay attention to Detroit Pistons anyway. I wonder why. Gary, can you recall? I'm gonna ask you this. I know it's a long time ago. I know it's over 2 decades ago. Gary, can you tell me the last time that the Lakers went to the finals? Who did Shaq when Shaq was with the Lakers and Kobe? Who was the team that they played that they lost to, Gary?
Detroit Pistons. I already knew you was going with Detroit.
You already knew where I was going. So I think he still having flashbacks of the Chauncey Billups. I think he's still having flashbacks of Prince. I think he's still having flashbacks of Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Richard Hamilton. 5 players I just named. But I think he's still having flashbacks of all of them right now. And I'm like, Shaq, man, you just got to admit, hey, I was wrong. You was honest to the point that you had said you don't watch the Pistons, which you have to watch the Pistons because you just had said Cade Cunningham. You like Cade Cunningham and you like Isaiah Stewart, so you got some. So you must be paying attention some to the Detroit Pistons, but to get JB Bickerstaff and Chauncey Billups mixed up, you got when light comes at you fast, sir.
That's funny though. Oh, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. All right. The next to last segment that we have is called the money shot. The money shot is something that I want you to remember, something that you shall not, cannot, will not forget. If you happen to hear it again, come back to this here episode. Give us a couple more views, turn it up, listen to the whole thing again, get our watch numbers up. You know, we just that doping and we provide things that other people just don't. So without further ado, this is my money shot. There it is. All right. That's funny. I'm leaving us on the side right now. This week money shot goes to something that was heard around the world over the past weekend and all yesterday. Money shot goes right here. Bill Belichick, baby. Bill Belichick doing a yoga pose with his girlfriend. Now this is the other one that I saw on there. But basically, Bill is living his best life. We just never thought we would see this type of interaction from this older man in his 70s doing poses that we've just never seen before. This is something that you do with your kids, I guess. But he's doing it with his young PYT girlfriend, pretty young thing. Bill Belichick, you get the money shot because your life after being the New England Patriots head coach, you look, sir, to be in the qualifier of having the best second life ever.
Yes, sir, man. Look. Hey, he may be 70, but hey, look, his brain, his mind, his body telling him he's 23. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Bill is doing something.
I love that for Bill.
Bill is doing something unheard of. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is my money shot. It goes to Bill Belichick. Who the fuck it, right?
I wouldn't have thought it.
We out here giving flowers to this man. We definitely didn't like him when he was a coach.
Not at all.
Real quick, before we get into March Madness, want to make sure we do this because we'll be getting to this as our final thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here at GNC Sports Talk, we love music. We love listening to it. We love hearing from you guys what you're listening to, whether it's something old, something borrowed, something blues, something new, hip-hop, country, R&B, indie, rock, whatever it may be. We want to hear whatever it is. If you can, in the chat, put an M next to the artist, album, song. We will highlight that here in a few minutes, just like we do at the end of every episode. Thank you so much. That was a service announcement. I almost did it without taking a breath. Whatever. Whatever. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Bill Belichick. Shout out to us.
Shout out to Bill Belichick. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Shout out. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Replay viewers, new subscribers, new viewers, and of course, our repeat offenders. Thank you for staying locked in. All right. March Madness is here. It is approaching. This is one of our favorite times of year.
Yes, sir.
We like to fill out the brackets. We like to have fun with it. We like to compete with some of our friends to figure out who can pick best, right? March Madness and the women's tournament is becoming a big deal too. So men's and women's March Madness is here. What do you have to say in terms of March Madness? What makes you excited about it? Some things that you're excited to see. Some of the breaking news. I'll let you break the breaking news that we have up here under that. Well, what do you have to say about it while we got a few minutes before we get into our picks?
All right. The thing I loved about March Madness is the memories that it creates. Of course, watching it when I, back when we were in high school, when I was in college playing collegiate basketball at D. Grambling State University. But I just love the memories. It's one and done. I mean, whether you were 15 seed, 14 seed, no one seed, yeah, you take it one game at a time. If you win, you keep going. And if you lose, that's a wrap. It ain't no tournaments. It ain't nothing like that no more. Every possession counts for it. It's more intense. I don't see nobody playing lackadaisical. It's high competitive basketball, and you see who really real, and you see who really fake, man. Who kind of who kind of went through the stages of the year, and then when clutch time came, when competition came calling, they kind of hid behind that pressure. So I love the memories that it creates, not only for the coaches, but more importantly for the players. They can get their names out there. We saw it last year with Oakland when one of their guys, or 2 years ago, one of their guys caught fire. He got an endorsement. One of our guys from Grambling State University, he got an endorsement, and he had a great game against Montana State. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, and I'm ready to see who the pretenders and who the contenders are. And hopefully, if somebody catch fire good enough, they draft stock keep going higher and higher, higher. Or if they didn't even have a draft stock, you might see them on the draft board. So I'm looking forward to seeing this year who is the pretenders and who's the contenders.
Yeah. One of the things that I can say that I look forward to is this. And before I get going, I thought you was gonna break it, but I'll go ahead and break it. This year we had a record 14 teams from one conference get into the tournament. And it came from the SEC, which we thought it would have been the Big Ten or the ACC, but no, it came from the SEC, the non-basketball school, if you will.
Yeah.
So they didn't dominate the football this year, but they look to be dominating the basketball right now, which is wild. And that's just what the conference realignment is. But 14 teams from one conference in a 64 team playoff style tournament is wild. So that's number one. Number two, much like you, Cinderella stories excite me. Yes, it's cheering for the underdog and things like that, but it's also interesting and very much so like exciting to see teams that you hadn't seen. Like basketball is ever so around the clock. It's very hard to pay attention. I say that, but like I don't watch a bunch of football, right? But it's a chance to see teams and players, whether they're on the big stage or not, throughout the year. You see them on the stage. You see some of them do some upsets. You see some magnificent things happen. It's very interesting with March Madness when it takes place. March Madness takes place and takes over your TV stations for 2.5, 3 weeks, right? So it's this thing called The Stories that our mother's been watching since we were younger. We were recording on VCRs.
VHS.
VHS. There you go. VHS. Sorry, I apologize. We recorded on VHS every day. After school we get home and stuff like that. For you young folks, you wouldn't know nothing about that. But yeah, we were recording every week. March Madness takes over the stories, what we call them. Yeah, these may be old, these may be new. Guiding Light, Bold and Beautiful, Younger Wrestlers, all that. It takes over there. Why? Because we got all the drama that you need while this tournament is going on. So this takes over the stories and becomes the story of its own. You got Cinderella stories, you got powerhouses, you got blue bloods, you got all of these things that can take place. And trust and believe, it is not for the faint of heart. If you think you can go with a name like Duke or North Carolina or UConn and think that they can't be upset, go ask Virginia that was a number 1 seed. They got upset by a 16 seed.
Yep. Go ask Auburn.
Go ask Auburn. Go ask every 5 seed that plays a 12 seed, and they usually get popped. I believe 71% of the time. A 5 seed will lose to a 12 seed. Go ask St. Peter's, who sat up there and went on a historic run of 15 seed, I believe, first time ever in basketball history. Go ask Oakland, which is not in California. It is in Detroit. Didn't find that out till they almost lost.
I did not know that.
Didn't know that, right? So it's very interesting. It's a lot of stories that take place. You'll get a chance to learn about a lot of young men and a lot of programs, and hopefully become fans of them and then follow them and hope that they can do it next year. For the bigger programs, hey, they just got to win.
Yes, sir.
And they should be, and that's what happened with the SEC. We shall see what's going on.
Yep.
Very interested, very happy. We got our brackets we're going to fill out. CJ, I know you may not be on here, but I'll be talking to you because we always do it every year. I know, not you, CJ, but the other CJ. we'll be talking, chatting it up because we all got to fill out our brackets. Got a couple things going on at work that we're going to wind up doing, but very exciting time. Men's and women's, we're going to be tuned in. You'll get some live updates. You'll get some behind the scenes updates, but we about to get active in this thing because it's about to be pure madness.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna be back at it again next week, baby.
Yep. Last time you can still put it in there in the chat if you will. We love music. We love sharing it with y'all, but we also want to hear it from y'all.
Yes,
What are
sir.
you listening to? Put an M next to the artist, album, song. We are getting ready to highlight those right now. Thank you for those who have submitted in. If you hadn't, go ahead and get it in. And we are about to get to it right now. I'm not sure how fast it'll be able to come up to where you can read it, or if I gotta read it, just let me know.
Yeah, okay. It came up.
All right, you want to get it?
Yes, sir. So we have let's see, Green Aphrodisiac by Corinne Bailey Ray. I like
I like
Corinne Bailey.
I like how you power through that because I would have screwed that up.
Oh no,
And,
it's all good,
and I know aphrodisiac is, I still would have screwed it up.
man.
It's terrible. Reason by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hey, this way you get your camera out, your lighters, and you can go back and forth. I like it.
All right, this next one to you.
Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust. Okay.
I had to listen to that one. I don't know if I've heard that one. I'm going to have to listen to that one. Maybe I have, but I don't think I have.
I don't think I have either.
Have to listen to that. Okay, thank you, G. Thank you. You Don't Know Me by Armand Van Helden.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm saying it right. All right, good deal. Okay. Now, them two I'm out to go listen to. G, I don't think I heard either one of them. I appreciate you for that. That's you right there.
You Plus Me, Love Lessons by Mary J. Blige.
That's you must have been thinking about our mom, Sean, because that's her girl right there.
That's a girl. That's my girl.
Only artist she'll listen to sometimes. Cream by Wu-Tang, CREAM. Cash rules everything around me. Cream.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. All right, this last one go to you, Cary.
All right, Somehow Remix by Sean Paul featuring Busta Rhymes. Okay,
I haven't heard that one in a while.
It's getting here. Springtime is upon us.
Have not heard that one in a while. That's a good one right there. That was a good one right there. Okay, hold on. We got one more, and I might have missed some, so I'm gonna go back through. Sammy Tsunami. All right, Black Raiden, I see you.
All right, man. Everybody on the R&B vibe today, man.
I'm not mad at it though.
Me neither.
Let me make sure I ain't miss anything going through the comments real quick. I thought I might have missed some, but I didn't. I did not. Okay. All right, good. I was making sure because I don't want to hear about it later if I miss Spencer's. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get to our music picks, and I'll let you go first.
All right. So the first one that we have, like I said, to the lovely ladies of Jade, I Wanna Love You. Y'all go check that one out. And the next one, Adina Howard. If you haven't heard about my ups and downs and round, you should. All right. That is the second one.
Who you said sang the last one?
Adina Howard.
Yeah, let her sing.
Let her sing it. Yeah. Anyway, again. Yeah. All right, my bad. That's the Jade. I Wanna Love You. Classic record. And Adina Howard, My Up and Down. Y'all go check that out. Y'all go check them two out, man. For the lovers out there, to all the lovers out there, man, please go check those two songs out. It's gonna bring nostalgic memories back. Y'all gonna love it.
All right, and my two picks. Been blasting this one for a minute. Mick Jenkins featuring Freddie Gibbs, Show and Tell. Just rappers. That's all I can say. Just rappers. And I'm not sure if there's a way to pronounce this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do every letter. BJRNCK Club.
B Junior Nick.
I don't know if that's it or not. I ain't want to do that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's why we can go with that too. We can say BJ, but I don't know if that's it or not because it's a female. It's a woman.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure.
Never mind.
It might stand for something. I didn't get a chance to look it up. I apologize. Anyway, Mick Jenkins, Freddie Gibbs, Show and Tell. If you like a little rap, this is they rap it in their thing. And then B Junior Nick, like he said, but I don't think that's what it is. BJR NCK Club. I don't know what it is. But yes, those are my 2 picks. I think those are some good ones to listen to. Listen to the second one if you want some R&B stuff.
Okay.
But yes,
All right, then.
those are my 2 picks. As always, man, it's been great doing this with you.
Hey, good. Had another good episode, man. Thank you. We appreciate it.
And we want to make sure we thank y'all for the replay viewers. Excuse me, for the replay viewers, new viewers, subscribers, new subscribers, repeat offenders. We want to thank all y'all for tuning in once again to GNC Sports Talk. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And once again, this is Gary. You are.
It's Cary.
This is GNC Sports Talk, where we do it
For the culture.
by the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Y'all take it easy. We love y'all. We'll see you very, very soon.